Bodø Glimt 2, Tottenham 2. I don't really know what that was, but it wasn't good. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I am your host, as always, Nick Burt. Like I said, I don't truly know what that was tonight. The first half tonight was absolutely atrocious. There is no other way to put it. And I'll be honest, kind of seen a lot of familiar performances like that in these past few games where Tottenham just look absolutely atrocious in the first half and kind of in the second half too. I don't even know where I want to start with this game truly. I just can't get over how lifeless that first half looked. I get we're north of the Arctic Circle, playing on a turf pitch. It's going to be a weird game. But we were here, 4 months ago, 3.5, 4 months, 5 months, however many months you want to put it. It's not like we've never played here before. A lot of these players played here, again, 4.5, 5 months ago. This shouldn't be a new environment. But it seemed like these people, players, everybody, coaching, I get it's different coach, but everybody just seemed to struggle mightily tonight. And it's just, I don't know. Richarlison basically had a tap in the 9th minute that he just boggled off his foot and couldn't get a touch on it. I don't know. That was something else. Vicario was forced into some major saves, especially in the first half, and it looked like he was going to have a decent night. That, of course, ends up changing. Tottenham were just getting completely outplayed there. I think, obviously, we all kind of know. It's been mentioned. I don't think we have the depth for any type of run in these competitions. It's got to be one or the other. I think that's already showing, which is shocking to say. We are a month and a half into the season, and here we are. 34th minute, there's a foul in the box, giving Bodø Glimt a penalty kick. Stepped up for the penalty. Not a long run up, just a nice short stutter run, sailing over the crossbar. That was a gift for Tottenham because that thing was headed straight towards Mars, basically, with the way that went off the foot. Tottenham stayed level at 0-0 going into the half. Like I said, there wasn't really much at all to talk about in that first half because it was absolutely dreadful, lifeless, all those fun words. We get into the second half. I don't even know where I want to start with the goal by Hogg because there were so many just what are we doing moments. Sarr was having a slide in there trying to break up a pass. He misses it by an inch. Pedro Porro goes flying in the other direction on a nutmeg. Hogg launches it back post, back of the net. Tottenham down 1-0. I don't even know what to say because there were just so many defensive lapses on the whole thing. And it's all of a sudden we're down 1-0. It's what Donzo was just, I get he didn't want to truly interfere, but if he takes an inch to the left, he's got a header and it's cleared. almost immediately, Tottenham earn a free kick in the attacking third, launched into the box. It finds Rodrigo Bentancur, who puts it in the back of the net. All of a sudden, it's 1-1. Go to VAR. There was a foul by Mickey Van de Ven in the build-up on the free kick. Goals disallowed. We're back to 1-0 Bodø Glimt. And whatever. VAR is what it is. We get to the 66th minute. I don't even know what Jed Spence was doing. It ends up turning into a terrible turnover by Xavi Simons. It ends up with Hogg again, and he once again puts it in the back of the net. It's now 2-0 Bodø Glimt. Vicario just did nothing there. Absolute just standing there. What are we doing? At least, he was so off his line. It's like, why are we that far out? Whatever. 2-0 Tottenham. Or 2-0 Bodø Glimt. Yeah. 68th minute. Once again, it feels like it's right off the restart of the goal. Free kick, this time in the midfield, not the attacking third. Brought into the box. Finds Mickey Van de Ven somehow. He heads it into the back of the net. It's now 2-1 Tottenham. And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, we might have life again, but it seems like we can only find the back of the net right after Bodø Glimt score. So are we going to be able to find an equalizer here? Well, it took a while. It did very much take a while. But that young fella named Own Goal, who has helped Tottenham so much in these past few matches, comes up clutch once again. 89th minute. Ball gets... I don't even know how it truly got to this point. As they were going up the far wing, cross into the box. I mean, I thought Richarlison was going to be offsides. They did like a 10-minute VAR review is what it felt like. But it ends up somewhat finding Richarlison. He tips it. It goes off the goalie. Then it goes off it was Gunderson. And it's now 2-2 Tottenham in the 89th minute. And I just dumbfounded on how we got here. Because there is no reason we should have gotten a point from this game, but here we are. And then, like I said, it was a 5-minute VAR review. And then there were 7 minutes of stoppages after that. It's like, oh my gosh, just blow the final whistle. We finally get to that point. It ends 2-2 in this one. It is a stolen point, like I said, for Tottenham Hotspur, because it truly did not feel like they deserved a point at all from this. An absolute just disaster of a game, honestly. And like I said, it's looked like that a lot the past few games, and maybe like that for the near future. International break can't come fast enough. Let's take a look, of course, at the player ratings for today. If you look at FOTMob Sofa Score, tell you it was a 4-3-3 today. Tottenham Hotspur's lineup graphic, of course, is in numerical order, not to tell you what it is. But I was watching the warm-up show or whatever they do, and they were saying it was a 4-2-3-1. I felt like it was more of a 4-2-3-1 today than it was a 4-3-3. Again, it could have fluctuated. It is what it is. So we went with the 4-2-3-1. So let's start up top with Richarlison. Like I said, it was like the 7th or 8th minute, and he just whiffed on it. Absolutely whiffed on it. 6-7, didn't see a lot from him today. Wilson Odobert, 6-9. I thought he was the best of the three attackers today, which is saying something because I still didn't think he was that great. He had a few good crosses into the box, a few good opportunities. Didn't really amount to anything, but still, 6-9. Brennan Johnson, that is going to be a 6-6 today. Yeah. You can't be going into Champions League game with your front three being Wilson, Odegaard, Richarlison, and Brennan Johnson. I'm sorry, but you can't. I don't know how we got here, but it's just such a poor day. Absolute just poor performance. It's annoying, but here we are anyways. It's not really injuries that are really taking it out. Yes, I mean, Kolo Muani has played one game and he's already got dead leg. Solanke may never play again. I mean, with the way he's having surgery, who knows? Obviously, Kulusevski being out, that's killer. Yeah. It is what it is. Your midfield, Bergvall was the attacking midfielder of the bunch. That was a 6-6. It was what it was. Thought it could have been better, but yeah. I can't believe how bad they look today. I feel like I'm at a loss for words because I am. It's just mind-boggling. This is a team that we beat with basically the same squad, like I said, 5 months ago, and here we are. Bentancur 7-1. I thought he was one of the better players on the pitch today, but I still didn't think he was that great. Popsar indirectly kind of caused the first goal, at least from what I saw. 6-5 today. Jed Spence, I didn't think he had the best of games. That whatever that kick was that led to the second goal, I don't know what that was. Disaster. 6-7. Kevin Donzo didn't really see a lot of the long throws today. Backline work, not the best. 6-5. Mickey Van de Ven is going to be your man of the match in his first game as Tottenham Hotspur captain. He gets an 8-1. He has the goal. Thought he did decent today. The goal's got to count for something because, that got us back on the board. And Pedro Porro, 6-8. He had the assist on the Van de Ven goal, but other than that, was not the best of days from Porro today. Vicario, the 2 goals. Those were a little bit scary to let in, but here we are anyways. Let's take a look at our subs. Javi Simons and Mohamed Kudus both came on in the 60th minute. Simons gets a 6-5. Kudus gets a 6-7. Kudus is quite a player. Obviously, I think today was proof when he doesn't play. That's a problem for Tottenham, but we can't run him into the ground, so there's no real other option. Joao Paulinho came on in the 69th minute. I thought he kind of settled the midfield. 7.0. Thought that was fair enough for today. Destiny Udogie and Archie Gray came on in the 82nd minute. I thought both kind of settled into their positions also. Udogie gets a 6-5. Gray a 6-7. Thomas Frank gets a 6 because I don't know what happened today. I get you had to rotate the squad. But yeah. Fun. So, for Tottenham Hotspur, it is going to be a trip to Ellen Road next as they will take on Leeds United. That will be on Saturday. Contrary to what last week was, there will be a recap this week. Logistics and scheduling just did not fit what was 3 p.m. kickoff here in the Eastern time zone. So, given that, we will be back next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday, to recap that match. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Top of the Perch. If you just stumble across this, click like, click subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. Like I said, we'll be back on Saturday. Hopefully it's a better performance than what we just witnessed.